audio. I'm not gonna embarrass myself as I did last time, not having the audio. Volatility Trading, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for everyone to tuning in as well. So we actually have a good amount to cover today. A lot's been going on, so I'll run through the list. I know a lot of people automatically thinking about the Daytona 500. We had the accident that happened like right at the finish, and it was somewhat of a mirror of what happened to Dale Earnhardt, like goodness, 19 years ago. So it was definitely scary to see, and it was nostalgic in the sense that I was actually watching the race that Dale Earnhardt had the accident in. So I remember a good amount, even though it was so long ago. D'Lo, thank you for being here. Awesome to see you. So we have the circuit page up, but we're going to be covering, if anyone does follow us on Twitter, we actually announced a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago, actually live, that we are sponsoring 3223 Racing for this racing season. Very excited. Three phenomenal drivers, and we actually were able to construct the pages, and we'll be going over those as well. So very excited to cover that. Of course, we'll be going over the Daytona 500. And kind of breaking it down, I actually did locate a video that really just showed everything that played out. People may have seen like a small amount, like possibly on Twitter or however, but it really covered from different aspects, like what everyone was seeing, what they were thinking, and actually left out a few things. So again, we'll cover that. Let's see. So a big thing for this video is what to look for as we go into the racing season. Now, granted, we are already there, but when it comes to the different aspects, the different drivers that we have, what to be on the lookout for, how circuit's going to play a huge role in this. So very excited to cover that. And then I do want to say, so Spectre Security, I've covered on them several times. They have like the top tier security, truly. They really do. They're actually having an event taking place tonight at 10 o'clock p.m. It's actually within their Discord. Oh goodness, volatility trading already going off the hook. So that's actually one of the events, and that's one reason we did push this up 1 hour, because we want to ensure that we do support our partner, Spectre Security. But again, it is an event. There's going to be free cryptocurrency rains, which meaning cryptocurrency dispersed to basically everyone that does attend. There's going to be an XRP finale. For anyone that knows what XRP is, it's one of the larger cryptocurrencies, number 3 on the top ranking regarding the market cap. And then also there are 2 giveaways that are taking place, which we'll cover as well. And it's phenomenal opportunities to possibly get free cryptocurrency, learn more about the project, learn more about the drivers. And it's a good advocate for learning everything circuit. So we did partner up with some individuals to host those, and again, very excited for it. So long day. Yeah, I'm glad you made it. I know you said that you're either out of town or you had something going on. So but thank you again for being here. Always love the support. Volatility Trading is a partner as well. Definitely check them out if you're involved or you're interested in stock market or day trading or anything like that. I definitely do. Oh, 15 minutes ago? Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. But first, I do want to cover the giveaways we have taking place. This is actually within Twitter. This is the first one's going to be announcing Trent Goodrow actually coming on to Team Circuit. So we do have the giveaway taking place, and it's really just to push out his name so everyone does like understand what Circuit is, the people that we do sponsor, and really everything that it's about. And it looks like we're up to about 459 likes, which is really awesome. It's great to see. So that's hosted by Irish Girl Crypto. We've worked with her for several months, and so always good to be able to team up with her. And the second one taking place is actually in regards to Christian West. He was the SARG Legend Car Series Round 3 winner. Very prestigious achievement, accomplishment. We wanted to ensure that was pushed out to everyone. So just celebrating, giving away cryptocurrency, and having a good time at it. I'm glad you made it, definitely. Okay, so the next I do want to cover, and if anyone does have any questions throughout the entire stream, let me know. More than happy to answer any questions. I know a good amount, and like especially when we do get to the Daytona 500, is the safety aspect and like the risk that really goes into racing. It's always great to see young drivers, not really pointing out the Daytona 500 or NASCAR, but younger drivers that are just entering into the racing industry. They're excited to get into it. They want to race, they want to go at high speeds, but there is always, you have to ensure that safety does come first. We all want to have a good time and watch the race and everything, but again, safety is important, and it's very imperative for everyone to understand that. So we switch over. So David Simpson Sr. is the first driver that we'll cover. This is actually his page within the circuit website. You can actually go here, go to partner, you go down to drivers, and you can actually see all the drivers that we do sponsor. We have 3223 Racing, we have iRacing, late model, legend car, open wheel modified, of course the sports truck. And the thing with Mike is actually he is part of 3223 Racing in the way that he did race the sports truck last season. So it's awesome to see that Mike is a part of circuit along with 3223 Racing. I have to say, I love the way that this actually matched up. Like everything fits, like in my mind, everything fits perfectly. Of course, we have the bio on the right side. We do have the sports truck specifications. We have the pictures right here. And we can see circuits placed right on the back. And I love that just because, like, if anyone were to walk up, you would say, well, why isn't it on the side or however? But that's a beautiful location for circuit, because when you're actually within the stands, you're having like an eagle view or a down angle. You can see circuit all the way around the track. So I'm very excited for that. And thank you so much to David David, Christine, and DJ for being a part of Teen Circuit. It's very exciting. It truly is. And of course, it's always an honor or privilege. And I say that with these drivers and with all the drivers that we have, just because it's phenomenal to see a cryptocurrency that is embracing the racing industry, the first of its kind. No one's seen it before, and everyone wants to see how it goes. And I think that's the first thing with any type of innovation. They want to see, well, how does it go with the first one or however, and then they just play apart from there. So, but again, we do have the bio, the truck specifications, and then down here we do have the links. So we have the Facebook and the YouTube. Definitely check them out. Truly, I know, and I believe I had mentioned this like a week or so ago, but in one of the YouTube videos, you can hear Circuit Society over the loudspeaker, the intercom, excuse me, when the number 32 sports truck comes out on the track. So it was really cool, and I don't believe I'll ever forget that, because it was just such a breakthrough to see everything come to life. Yeah, absolutely. Good. Excuse me. Good to see you, Ghost. Yeah, XSPC or Spectre Security is having the event taking place tonight. I'm definitely going to be in attendance. I believe a large majority, if not everyone from Team Circuit, is going to be in attendance. I'm looking really forward to it. So yeah, it starts in less than an hour. It starts at 10 p.m. And again, that's why we did push this event up, or this live stream, so everyone could be in attendance. So thank you so much for that, Ghost, for the giving us the update on that. But let's switch back over. So. And then we do have the slideshow. So we see the 3-2, and that's the Sport 4. Actually, I'll just go ahead and slide through these. These are set to be every 10 seconds it switches over. So we do see the sports truck right here. Sports truck again right here. And then this is the entire team. So you can see DJ, you can see Dave, and also Christine, and there's 2 Sport 4s. So I love the picture that it's really just showing the entire team embracing the whole organization right here. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. So we'll switch over. So this is Christine's page right here, the number 23 Sport 4. We do see the bio here, and it's set up very similar just to go along with the whole like team template. So we do have the bio, we have a picture right here, also photography right here as well. And now we do have the Facebook and the YouTube pages along with the slideshow. So going through the slideshow, we see the 23 right here. So 23 and 32 are both 3223 Racing. I mean, hence the name. So we can actually see them right here. Switch over. And then this is her behind the wheel or in the driver's seat. And then, of course, right here as well. So this organization actually races at Sinkong Speedway. And another thing that we will touch on going forward and what to look for with Circuit hitting this racing season, Singong is going to play. It'll play a big part in the way that circuit really wants to embrace this speedway, as it was one of the primary speedways that has a lot of the circuit-sponsored drivers at it. So very excited to actually. Well, I'll cover that a little bit later. I want to jump ahead of myself. But then we'll switch over to DJ. So DJ is the other Sport 4 driver. So we have 2 Sport 4 and a sports truck. Again, going with the entire layout, we have the photography here. We have a picture. This is actually a trophy of him receiving Rookie of the Year. I believe it's for 2019, which is great because, I mean, a very young driver, started at 16 years old, being able to achieve such an amazing accomplishment in such a short span. So, and if we actually will go back to Dave's page, but there's just so many accomplishments in this organization. So he's truly following in his father's footsteps, and I'm sure his father is very proud of that. But I mean, if we just go through, you can see Rookie of the Year twice. We can actually see right here, he was awarded by NASCAR for finishing 54th nationally in the NASCAR Division 4, which is a huge accomplishment. So making sure I'm not missing any chat or anything, but truly a huge accomplishment. Singong Speedway, in specific racing types or themes, there is the whole like NASCAR sanction portion that is brought to life. So, I mean, of course, there's not actually like NASCAR there, but it is sanctioned, so it's recognized by NASCAR, which is a huge thing. So we have covered the 3 pages. Again, very excited. I know everyone at Team Circuit is very excited for this. I know there's going to be a lot moving forward. I know they're just going to do phenomenal throughout the racing year. Oh, excuse me. I thought I muted that. But truly wishing them success and safety. I mean, as we saw with Ryan Newman, safety is imperative, and I'm very sure that there's been a lot of safety protocols that have been put in place over the decades. But still, it's very dangerous, especially in the NASCAR realm where you're going 200 miles per hour up to. That can be very scary. So, well, I mean, like when you actually get in an incident. So, but okay, so let me go ahead. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to cover is the whole Ryan Newman. His incident did take place. I'll actually bring it up right here so everyone can see. I'll make it full screen. So this is giving a breakdown. I currently, I previously went over it just a little bit to just get like an idea of what they were covering. If they were covering more of like the incident that took place or more like the ideals that came from it. I know everyone, now this has taken place when he first went to the hospital. There's not so much graphic material, but I mean, it is somewhat of a warning that there's going to be a crash. So if you don't want to see a crash, then you shouldn't watch this. But this is covering more of when the accident took place. He was rushed to the hospital. He had serious injuries. Now we know that, I mean, there have been pictures that I saw. He has his daughters. He's coming out of the hospital. But at the time, everyone was anticipating like what's going to occur. We know with Dale Earnhardt, yes, I mean that was a very dark time, and we didn't want a repeat of that. I mean, it's basically mirroring the entire incident. Click there, I was watching. Yeah, I mean, very true. Yeah, volatility trading and DLO, goodness, but. Yeah, I mean, like, so I first, when I was actually going back reviewing it and I saw it on Twitter, it kind of showed it, but it didn't really, like, show the entire thing. I think this actually gives a better depiction of it, but afterwards, after the fact, when you'll see what's going on, it didn't show you exactly what was occurring that was shown in other videos. So I may, like, pause, and I do apologize if people don't like video pause, but let me go ahead. Put my headphones on. All right, let's do this.
After a heart-stopping crash on the final lap. CBS 2's Dick Brennan live at our newsroom now. Dick.
Yeah, heart-stopping indeed, Maurice. Driver Ryan Newman was moments away from winning his second Daytona 500 until the driver he was battling with for the win spun him out.
Here comes Hamlin up the outside. Wow. Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof.
The exciting finish to the 62nd annual Daytona 500 ended with a scare. But moments ago, NASCAR confirmed that Ryan Newman is in serious condition with non-life-threatening injuries after the horrifying accident. Watch as his number 6 car gets bumped from behind by fellow driver Ryan Blaney as the two fight towards the finish line. Newman's car then spins out, slamming into the wall and eventually going airborne before being hit on the
Yeah, and that was one of the things that wasn't really put into the first video that I saw, like to actually get like a recap of what occurred. But yeah, I mean, like just dead hit right in the driver's side at 200 miles per hour. I mean, like, and as Volatility said, I mean, that's like, I mean, that, goodness, I mean, I'm lost for words. I guess it could get worse than that, but I mean, like, that's like, wow. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say, like hopefully this never happens again. Like this, like just the dead hit on the driver's side. I mean, I don't want to say like, not so much like jinxing it. However, like I would never want to see another accident like this. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to like type of like reminisce on how it could be worse than this, because I mean, this is pretty bad. Would be a dead hit on the roof. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we never see anything like that. I mean, like this right here, and let me go back to the video so everyone can see it, but I mean, just that hit right there is, oh my goodness.
Driver's side by another car going about 200 miles per hour. It quickly burst into flames with Newman inside as teams rushed to his...
Yeah, and see, that was the thing right there is, like, now we can see that they're extinguishing the flames, but what wasn't shown is, like, when it was actually on fire, you could see the gasoline leaking out right beside the fire. So, I mean, in terms of, like, worse, if it would have caught flame from that gasoline, or the fuel, or however technical you want to get about it, but just the whole, it would have ignited the entire like vehicle. That would have been very bad. So yes, this was a horrible incident, but I'm very thankful that that's like where it stopped. It didn't like skid across and then it caught on flames. The whole thing just goes up in flames. That would have been very, very bad. Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you. Like the impact of 200 miles per hour, like dead on the driver's side. Yeah, I think that's, I mean, that's definitely a pinnacle of destruction.
Rescue. Moments later, driver Denny Hamlin won the race for the second consecutive year by inches, prompting a wild celebration as rescue personnel quickly transported Newman to a nearby hospital. The owner of Hamlin's car and famed Washington Redskins coach Joe Gibbs later in shock at the finish line.
I just apologize for everybody and say I think it was everybody in here. We're celebrating. You see a wreck, but you don't really realize that how serious it was. Everybody's praying and lifting up Ryan.
The driver who sent Newman airborne, Corey LaJoy, tweeted he had no place to go and only saw smoke. Newman skidded across the finish line, actually listed as finishing ninth. Now Newman.
And that was another thing, like they say like they had a wild celebration. Like I understand, like accidents occur and then you go to the winner's circle, but there was a lot of debate. Like people were saying, well, I can't believe they like celebrated, and of course they said in that video like there's a wild celebration. I can't believe they celebrated when there was that tragic incident that took place. And then some were saying, well, it wasn't a wild celebration, it was very like brass and it was played down. I mean, granted, we did see like all of the like celebration, goodness, I can't even think of the word. Like everything just going in the air for the celebration. Technically, you know how many times people are gonna... Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I don't think everyone, like, yes, we all saw what occurred from like a video, but people that like may have been preoccupied with like especially if you're a spotter or like just the initial team covering your own vehicle, more likely you're trying to watch them instead of an incident that just took place. Like your mind's not going to be like, oh, look at that over there. You're going to be still focusing on ensuring that your team driver gets across the finish line. So, I mean, that's very true. Yeah, of course. So, I mean, again, there was both sides, like, why they celebrate, well, they should have, however, and then it was like, well, it wasn't a wild celebration, and they made sure, like, everything was taken care of. So, I mean, there's, it's kind of, so, and it's kind of like, I'm surprised there wasn't more of a depiction of making someone like, I wouldn't say like the bad guy, but yes, there was someone that bumped on the back for actually spinning them out. But I know when Dale Earnhardt was driving, and then he crashed and unfortunately passed away, there was a huge thing that I can't remember the driver that actually spun him out, but there was a huge thing that was saying like he's a murderer, he should be charged with basically manslaughter, however, and just this huge thing. And fortunately, Ryan, like, of course, he's still with us, which is great. So I don't think it got to that point where they were, pointing out like you spun him out, you caused all this. Marlon, my joke earlier. Okay, yeah, exactly. So. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad everything's fine. He's with his family, he's with his daughters, and that's the main point right there. Is just he's still with us, even though, and it kind of goes back to like in dark times. I think we still advance from it. Unfortunately, Dale Earnhardt did pass away, but after that event took place, there was a lot of safety that was implemented into NASCAR to ensure that, like, let's say that didn't occur and all that safety advancement didn't take place, then I'm sure Ryan would probably be more serious. It would have been a more serious occasion that took place. So, not trying to be like dark or like, it's mostly, it's trying to grab some good from the bad that already occurred. Unfortunately, we can't go in the past, but we can move forward in a positive light, and I think that's what we've done over the decades. So again, everything worked out. I think everyone's kind of clearing the smoke, and of course you saw the apologies that took place. Oh, like, we didn't know it was this serious, which I mean they probably did know it was that serious. So but again, everything played out. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. If it's in regards to 3223 Racing, in regards to the giveaways that are taking place. I will say with 3223 Racing, we will have some type of community giveaway that will take place in the near future. Again, we got the driver pages up, so we're just pushing it out through all of our social medias, ensuring everyone has the ability to read through them, gather all the information that they like, and then we'll move forward from there. But I mean, I really like these whole setups, so thank you to 3223 Racing for being part of Teen Circuit, providing us the information, so we do have the ability to create these, just the great pages that I believe have come together. All right, so, okay, so and let's see, I'll keep it right here. All right, so what to look out for with Circuit going into the future. A lot of people are questioning, not so much questioning, but trying to understand where does Circuit come into this. Like, yes, you sponsor racers. Is that where it stops? And that's not where it stops whatsoever. I believe this is a great foundation for us. And again, it's bringing it to life. Like, yes, you can say you're this cryptocurrency and you like the racing industry, and like it doesn't stop there, but having these sponsored drivers, the sponsored teams, it is a great foundation to show like, oh wow, Circuit actually has a logo on this car that's going around the track. Like, and people can see it. People feel more comfortable believing in what you, like, your vision, your mission, when they see, like, they can physically see that you are making an impact in the racing industry. We do have the mobile technology that is coming forward, still working on it. This does take a good amount of time I wouldn't think anyone's too familiar with mobile technology, but it's having a wallet on your mobile device, being able to make I mean, it's very similar to like Apple Pay. I think people would be able to somewhat bring it into like the Apple Pay. I'm not quite sure what else is really out there because I don't do that. I just use any other means of transaction, but being able to scan your phone, boom, the purchase is done. And with cryptocurrency, especially Circuit, I mean, it's immediate. The transaction times are immediate. As soon as you scan it, boom, the receiving individual has the funds. Transaction fees are minimal, like to the point where like you wouldn't even see them in your wallet, which is great to see compared to American Express taking upwards of 20%, Visa taking up to 10%. And yes, you don't see it as a consumer, but the businesses are seeing the fees, and that's why a lot of them won't accept certain cards or payment methods. So, let's see. So I'm currently in Maryland. Maryland is a big hub. I believe the eastern coast of the United States is a big hub right now for Circuit. A lot of our drivers are over here. So it's a phenomenal start because we're all located so close together. We do have, I guess you could say somewhat of like a Maryland, like, you could use I'm trying to think for like a Maryland advocate. I wouldn't say ambassador because that makes it sound like some political something, but a Maryland advocate that's going to be able to go to these racing locations and see it firsthand. So actually having someone from Team Circuit go to these locations, and like I said earlier, I would love to go up to Singong Speedway personally to just be there, meet the drivers that we do sponsor, and I keep on going back to it, but just bringing it all to life. Having someone, yes, I sit behind this computer like a lot of the time, but being able to go out there, communicate, and really advocate for what Circuit is, I think that's an essential part for the continued growth and expansion of this project. And that's another thing for the expansion. We do have the giveaways taking place for the people that are hosting them. They're pushing out to their communities. Their communities are learning about Circuit and our drivers, and it's bringing back individuals that are interested in racing. So with them pushing them out, with us doing the same thing, pushing through all of our social medias, we're acquiring this primary hub of individuals that are interested in racing, and really being able to move forward there in a positive light, a positive movement. Again, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. I feel like I say that like a dozen times, but I think it's very important to get any type of feedback from the community, because I mean that's why we're here, to ensure that we are. In regards to expansion of the community, so I do want to show these slides right here. We do have the YouTube subscribers. Excuse me. So this slide was actually created by Dilo. He's within the chat right now. He is a founder within the project of Circuit, and phenomenal work. I love the detailing of the vehicle. I love the background. I love how you have the billboard that says YouTube subscribers. So we do have currently 26, and thank you for everyone that has subscribed to that. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully Volatility doesn't troll and take away a sub, but I think when we first began, we wanted to ensure that our Discord, which is an application so you can really provide like a main area for the communication, but primarily focusing on the Discord and also the Twitter. For Twitter, it was easy for us. Yeah. I was thank you for that. It tells me that you're paying attention, so I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. But for having the Twitter, it was easy because once we were going into it, we were still laying the foundation. We were able to give these periodic updates. Opposed to YouTube at the time, we really did, when we were first starting the project and when we were up into the public launching, we didn't really have too much to push. I mean, there wasn't sponsored drivers. There was really nothing we had the potential or the ability to cover on because we were still laying the foundation and ensuring that the infrastructure was safe and protected, and that goes back to Spectre Security, so thank you for that. And definitely make sure to stop into their event that's taking place. But so we do have the subscribers, so Perfect. We're down to 25 and up to 26. Great. Now for the followers on Twitter, again, this was our primary advocation right in the beginning of Circuit. So as we move forward, we did have this also in the roadmap that we will be doing the live streams on a continual basis. So we have done this for the last, I believe it's 3 weekends. So ensuring that we do have, again, just a consistent advocation with the community. If anyone has any questions, they can ask directly. It's not so much you watch a video and maybe you post it in the comments and maybe you don't get a reply or however. You can ask us right here if you want to, or you can ask in the chat if you have any questions whatsoever, and it'll be answered right on the dot. If in the case that we do not have an answer, of course, we'll make sure that we reach back out to the individual and provide an answer, just depending on what the question may be or however. Let's see. But again, thank you for everyone that has followed us on Twitter. And I truly do advocate following us on Twitter. That's where a lot of our information does go. A lot of our news, announcements, releases, or however, is going to be on the Twitter. It's at Circuit Society. That's going to be the Twitter. Also within the description, you'll see the newsletter. So the newsletter goes out every weekend. And all you have to do is go to the description. You click on the link. Once you do that, you enter your email address. And then once you put it on there, of course, you'll get like a welcome email. And every week that we send it out, it'll go straight to you. For the newsletter that we have created, a lot of the information that we do receive, we're able to push out to the community. That's going to be one of the priority spots, just because for people to take the time to subscribe to us within the newsletter really just means a lot to us that they're becoming involved in the Circuit project. So that is the link down in the subscription. Definitely check that out. I do want to run through the drivers that we do have. So we've covered these drivers in the past, but I do want to give a rundown of what we currently do have. Now, we do have one contract that has been signed, and I will say, and this is unfortunately as far as I can go, but we do have one contract that has been signed that's welcoming 4 additional drivers to Team Circuit. Going real quick, going to what D'Lo said. The drivers, they can't look around. They probably didn't know the extent of the accident that occurred with Ryan Newman. And I'm sure that's very true. I mean, when you're like in the heat of the race, the last thing you're doing is really focusing on something that may have occurred that's not in your exact realm of time, as far as like racing around, making sure that you're listening to your spotter and everything like that. So I mean, that's very true. Now going back, yes, our contract that has been signed, this contract is to initiate on the 1st of March, and it is introducing 4 additional drivers to Team Circuit. We're currently constructing the pages within the website, so once those are created, we'll push it out. We'll push it out through the newsletter, ensuring that the community is able to view all the drivers. And this is a big step for Circuit, because this isn't as far as like the competitive racing, it still has that aspect in it, but it's of a different genre. So it's not like so much like a sports truck or Sport 4 or anything like that. These individuals actually capture several, if not like half a dozen different type of racing types. So very excited to release that information moving forward. So we do have Mike Belanger. He is last season he raced with the sports truck from 3223 Racing. So of course we're very happy to have him along with the 3223 Racing. We do have Scott Dinin. Scott Dinin is the legend car driver. We did sign an extension with him, so we will have him throughout the 2020 racing season. Trent Goodrow is the late model stock car. So we actually did just sign that. And that's one of the things that you saw within the giveaway was announcing him being welcomed to Team Circuit. Of course, we do have Rob Moore. Rob Moore is open wheel modified and pure stock. He also does sports. He does exotic. He does a lot of amount. And I will say, I will say the helmet that you actually see on the left-hand side, is the actual helmet that he will be wearing. This isn't just like a Photoshop. That's actually the helmet. As you can see on the visor, it actually says Moore for his last name. So that's the actual helmet that he will be wearing during the racing season. I can't wait to see that actually live. Just getting pictures of him in the racing gear with the helmet, that's just phenomenal. And of course, we do have Christian West. Christian West is the iRacing driver. That was one of the other giveaways that he did win the SARG Legend Car Series Round 3. So very talented driver. He puts a lot of time into iRacing, and he has a lot of potential moving forward. So very excited for all the drivers that we do have that are concrete. Of course, we do have the one contract that has been signed, but we'll announce it once the driver pages are actually up to make it official throughout the community. So going back to the desktop, so that's really all that we do have. I do want to mention again that that Spectre Security does have the event taking place at 10 p.m. tonight. They will be raining cryptocurrencies. All you have to do is go to their Discord and let me bring that up. Sorry, give me 1 second. I just want to be able to push this into the chat. There we are. So that's actually the link for Spectre Security to actually get to their Discord. And then once you get to their Discord, that's where the event's going to be taking place, where they'll rain the cryptocurrency. There's going to be the XRP finale. So if you don't know what XRP is, it's number 3 on the coin market cap as far as I'm not even sure what their market. I know I know it's over $1 billion, but they've been around for quite some time. Of course, they have a large following, so a lot of people are very interested in XRP, and I know it's going to be a great event. I'm definitely going to be in attendance. I'm looking very forward to it. I can't wait. It's going to be nice because with all the circuit team and with the moderators and everybody, we're behind the computer a great deal. I know I personally have been here for 10 plus hours today, so being able to really communicate with the community as I am right now, and then going into a partner Discord, being able to communicate with them, it's nice just to really just keep all the relationships positive and in a green light. So yeah, and I'm sure I'll see Ghost there, so it's going to be a great time. And again, we're about to close out, so if anyone has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. One last thing that I believe I have is moving forward to the racing season. We're still working on the marketing material. We already have the banners. We have the business cards, and then we're just waiting on the pamphlets, the trifolds, which look beautiful. They truly do. So getting those, being able to push them out to the drivers so they can really just advocate for the circuit name is going to be phenomenal. And like I keep on saying, it's really just bringing the project to life. Anyone can type like, hey, look at this, but like actually going out into the community and putting a project with a face, I think there's a lot more that's brought forward compared to just staying stationary and not going out, but like having the drivers and being able to have someone from that team, like the founding team, is a big step because it shows that you are passionate about this industry and you're not just here for any type of wrong reason. So I think that's a really big thing. So really for going forward, there's a lot more, but I believe this racing season, that's imperative for us to do is just go out to the racetracks, being able to push the circuit. If anyone has any questions while we're there, of course we'll answer them. Being able to really give them a better understanding of what cryptocurrency is, because even though it's been out, Bitcoin's been around for a decade, there's still a lot of questions. People aren't familiar with what cryptocurrency is, and it's really just laying the foundation that they can build upon. If you enjoy racing, then bringing this new innovation into it is a great step. And I think Circuit, I know Circuit has a large just really just an immense meaning in the racing industry. I mean, there's really no boundary because there's always something else that can be built upon. If it's not sponsoring the drivers, then it's sponsoring organizations, or it's being able to be that transaction currency at any racetrack within the, worldwide. That's the amount of potential that this project has. So very excited moving forward, and I can't be more thankful for our team, everyone that does. Really, and like I always say, like our partners, our sponsors, our drivers, anyone that believes in this project. This is a big thing for me personally. I'm not gonna say let me make sure I word this correctly. I just remember when Circuit was first opening up. I'll just make this a really quick thing. Orange chicken, yes. Yeah. If you want to run by and grab some, I'll be here. But I remember when Circuit was first opening, and we just released to the public on the 7th of July. And there's an individual that was supposed to, they had, goodness. They had the desire to learn more about Circuit. Let's just put it that way. But it was just a community member, but they were a higher position as far as within their own organization. So it was really nice to have someone that actually had a following that could, be there for Circuit as far as like pushing their name out. Because whenever you're starting a project, it's very, very difficult. You have to bring some type of innovation so people latch onto it. It can't just be like the same thing over and over and over again. It has to be something new, and that's what Circuit is. But really long story short, the individual just left the Circuit Discord. That was basically where all of us were at the time, and there was only like 10 people. There was really nothing. But they left, and they just didn't want to be with Circuit anymore in the sense of supporting Circuit, which that's fine. If they want to do their own thing, that's perfectly fine. And it's just amazing to see what Circuit is now, what's become with all these drivers and the large community that's continuously growing. I'm sure I could switch over and our Twitter followers have just increased even more. And of course no one knew like Circuit would like boom, wow, like what's this racing thing about? But at the end of the day, I remember personally who was there with us at the beginning, who believed in us, even like when it was very difficult in the long hours, like 24-hour plus days. I'm really passionate about the project, about, the team and the advancement, the advocation. But I don't forget when people that didn't believe, and now they want to be like, oh, I believe now. Well, that's a cool project. Oh my gosh, I'm back. No. So I'm driving right there. But it's just things like that. I would never say negative towards another project, even though I have my own ideas. It's really all about the larger the larger idea here of representing Circuit, the name of Circuit, the brand of Circuit. And that's when you push your personal aside and you think what's best for the project and the advancement. But there's always a difference between a boss and a leader. A boss is just going to give demands over and over again. But in Circuit, and I will say all of our foundation team members are leaders, and the fact that they would never tell you or anyone do this without doing it themselves. And I think that's what really separates a boss and a leader. Are you going to lead people to this greater idea and to this huge project of Circuit, or are you just going to boss them around? So I'm very excited with what's going on here. I know there's a lot moving forward, and I know it's all really going to come to life when, really in the near future, when the drivers, their racing seasons begin. We have all the contracts fulfilled. Yes, we have them all signed, but there's still information that we're awaiting. So once we have everything put together, we have the lineup. Once people see the lineup, once they see the calendar come out with all the Circuit drivers and their scheduling, they'll be able to follow them. Then you'll see the Circuit logo around the track. I mean, it's really just going to hit everyone like boom, one at a time, and you're going to see like this huge spread of circuit, and we're already seeing it. Within 7 months, we're already almost to 2,500 followers on Twitter, and like some people may be like, oh, it's not a million like followers, but you have to remember, starting a project, it's not like you're only dead focused on one aspect. You have to think of every aspect that goes on with this entire project. And any move that you take, there's always going to be a move that occurs afterwards. So you don't want to take the wrong move and boom, it results in something negative. You want to ensure that you think everything through. Once you take that step, it's in a positive light and you can move forward. And that's something that we make sure that we're really really focusing on with Circuit. So I'm very thankful because I know where Circuits come from. I remember the days of having no followers, no subscribers, no community, no drivers, no like nothing. It was just, but everyone starts somewhere. It's the drive and passion that's going to push you above everyone else. So not to be long-winded, but I'm very excited because once these summer months, once we actually get into the season of summer, you're going to see a huge push of circuit. I mean, it's going to be very continual. I mean, when you have so many drivers that we have, and as you saw Christian West winning the championship, but when all that's like applied to all of our drivers going out, accomplishing amazing feats, then it's just going to be a really big thing. So somebody driving there. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm truly excited. So much potential. Just closing out, don't forget about the giveaways we have going on. Checking out 3223 Racing. Very excited to have them. Also, I mean, you could check out the video if you haven't seen already, but of the crash of Daytona 500. He is walking around. I'm sure he's still healing up, but I'm glad that it wasn't anything more serious or fatal. And then one thing I'd like to say is Circuit Faucet. So as people may know, Circuit Faucet, you can go here. You can obtain free circuit. All you have to do is download our wallet, and then you put in your circuit address right there. Claim your circuit now. Boom, free circuit. Can't beat that. Excuse me. We're about to hit 4,500 payouts to the community, which is phenomenal. I mean, that's great. People are gaining. And I mean, like, Faucet hasn't been around for that long. So this large majority of individuals that are very excited of increasing their portfolio within Circuit. I mean, that's always great to see. People take a liking to the project. They want to know more. They believe in the project, because I'm sure people aren't taking these payouts for the free circuit if they didn't believe in the project. They would be, they feel like they're wasting their time. But they understand just the large step, the innovation that's brought with this project. The first competitive racing cryptocurrency, I mean, doesn't get any better than that. Being able to facilitate the racing industry, be involved in it, going to the tracks, advocating for circuit. I mean, I never thought, when I was younger, I never thought I'd be here, but, it's just great to see. So we truly welcome anyone that wants to be a part of Team Circuit. If you're interested, you want to become part as like moderator or however, always reach out to us. Always feel free. You can always email me personally at jonathan@circuit-society.io. I am always open to emails. I reply to all emails that are given. And that's what it's all about, because, I'm sure you don't have this type of openness with any type of, like, stock market, like, any type of company or organization. You can't just message one of their, individuals in the leadership realm. But that's the fascinating thing about cryptocurrency is the decentralization, the ability to reach out to an individual and ask questions from there. Now, of course, not everything can be answered as far as, what contracts do you have or however. But we always are open to answering any questions, helping anyone that needs assistance. And that's the big thing. So I do want to say thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to check out the Spectre Security event taking place in 10 minutes. I will be there. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be a great time. You get to listen to music and get free cryptocurrency. So, you can't really beat that. Volatility Trading, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. I appreciate the support. It really means the world. And again, there's a lot coming in the near future. So, make sure to tune in, see everything that we have going on. Check out the giveaways, get free cryptocurrency. And I'll see you next week. Take care.